There, it's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most productive way possible. And today we are going positive. And positive is going to be a lot harder, but productive we can definitely do. So let's see how we can get this done. I want to take a moment to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel, and for helping me to spread the news that things are happening. So I'm going to go through and tell you what's going on for the week with the astrology of the moon and a few of the other planets, and then I will pull cards for each of the signs of the zodiac, and it will be timestamped, so you can check that out below. So thank you so much for connecting your energy by hitting that thumbs up right now, for leaving me some comments and letting me know what you think, and let's get into it. So on February 10th, so this is February 10th to the 16th. I do not know if I said that, so saying it again. February 10th to the 16th, the energy starts out the week pretty nice. Relatively speaking. By the end of the week, it starts getting a little dicey. So enjoy the energy of the week. Go into that Monday with picking that attitude of, I'm going to like this energy no matter what's going on, right? So we have Mars. Mars is in Capricorn, and it's not in Capricorn, it will be moving there at the end of the week. It's in Sagittarius, and it's approaching the galactic, it'll be at the galactic center. That's like the gateway to the gods on Monday. And so this is the opportunity to get that aha moment, that inspiration, that wow, like that dawning, that understanding of what's going on, because it's in a very interesting, comfortable angle. It's in a trine with Venus over in Aries, and so there's this. It's comfortable. It's a comfortable situation. So I think that the energy will be sweet and full of epiphanies, and enjoy that while you can, because it's like, all right, now we are coming into what's going to start happening going forward. It gets a little dicier. Okay. So on Tuesday. So wait, let's talk a little bit about Sunday and Monday. Sunday and Monday. I want you to walk in and think about Sunday a little bit. It's about reflecting. It's the self-reflection, keeping your head above the emotional waters, about where's your responsibility and what brings you pleasure and what brings you joy. This is you taking responsibility for your life. That moon comes in, it's in Virgo, and Virgo is very grounded. It's very earthy, and it's also very analytical. And Mercury rules Virgo. So there's this need to communicate with yourself. So it's that self-reflection. It's that, where's my responsibility? What am I supposed to be doing? How am I supposed to be making my world look the way I want it to work? And this is where that leads to that aha moment that's going to happen when Mars is hitting that center. And so it's a real opportunity for you to do the deep dive this week, to do a little self-reflection, a little self-analysis on Sunday, the 9th, where we had that full moon, right? So that full moon that's shining that light in Leo. So it's a big spotlight, because it is on your self-worth. It's your self-confidence. It's who you are. And so now, where do you take responsibility for who you are, where you're going in life, what is it you want to do, with Mars in the galactic center saying, yes, where do you want to go? That's some big stuff happening there. So really taking the time this weekend to do that while the energy is still good and it's still comfortable. And then on Tuesday, the moon is going to move at 6:37 in the evening into Libra, which puts it in opposition almost right away with Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer, those deep wounds that Chiron's over in Aries. And so that opposition is going to trigger that. You're going to feel that. And so that's when, like, that aha moment and that deep diving starts really mattering. It really matters. And so it is about finding the balance and the beauty and the joy in your life. This is where you should be spending your time on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, is understanding, where's your joy come from? Where's your happiness? How are you responsible for it? How are you bringing the balance in? And it's about your reputation. I think the way other people view you, has to be put into perspective, right? So when we're seeking that feeling, that need to find where our joy and our happiness is, so often it becomes really important that we understand that what other people think about us is none of our business. And so being able to set aside what other people's expectations are, what it is they think that we should be doing. Are we meeting their standards? It doesn't matter. Are you meeting your own standards? Are you getting what you want out of life? Is that the way it's moving for you? That becomes really like a really key thing to be kind of really deep diving into, because then shortly after goes Chiron, and shortly after the moon is in opposition to Chiron, it gets opposition to Venus over there in Aries, and there's an opportunity for fireworks in a relationship. Now, fireworks can be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing. If it hits a powder keg, it's going to explode. So, it kind of depends on where the status of your own personal relationships are, how that works out for you. So here's hoping for the best for you. By the time we get to Thursday, the energy gets really kind of tough. The moon is going to move into Scorpio, and now we've got Venus in a square with the South Node that's going on in Capricorn, and squares are really tough energies. And so Venus is just having herself a time over there in Aries, and she's not happy there. And she's going to make everybody else like sit up and pay attention to her. And so you're going to notice, what is it you need to move away from that allows you to bring in that sense of balance, that sense of inner joy, that sense of inner peace. Venus is about relationships, harmony, finances. But with the moon over there in Libra, she's really not worried about money. She is worried about harmony and relationships. And when she gets into that square with Capricorn, and now we've got Scorpio, and Scorpio, now how Scorpio can be, if you tick Scorpio off, Scorpio will hit you with that tail. And so she's kind of got an attitude this week. And it's going to be really important that you understand what's happening, because these emotions are going to be kicking up, but they're good for you, and they need to be looked at, and they need to be worked through. And so this is not bad stuff. It's just that while you're doing this, so is everyone else. And that's the important thing here, is to understand that this is energy that is flowing all around. And so doing your inner work and trying to stay in your lane as much as possible to do what you need to do, but be aware that some fireworks are definitely going to happen. But it is really important to remember that when you are in Scorpio, we have this resilience energy, the energy of the deep transformation of you. It looks like something that's died, but it's really springing forward. And so that is Scorpio energy. That's the phoenix rising from the ashes. And there's the wisdom and the knowledge that is gained from that. There is a lot of wisdom that comes from these experiences that were really tough, that took us down into the depths. And now the light has been shining on them with that full moon, and things are being brought to the surface. And so it's an opportunity to start manipulating the energies around you to work for you instead of opposing you. And so trying to believe in yourself and allow yourself to grow through it, and to integrate the experiences and allow them to become the wisdom that helps you make decisions going forward. And in that is the gift. And so when we get to the moon moving into Sagittarius for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, it is about the gratitude for the lessons that you've learned. This has been a tough period, and this year is going to be tough. But coming out of some of the energies that we've had, January was rough, right? It really was. And so February, we've got this little break, this little reprieve, but it's not very long. And so it was just like sort of like the weekend. It wasn't long enough, okay? So there is this opposition energy that you're going to be pushing against. And so the opposition here is what seems like it was a problem, what seems like it was a real breakdown in things, what seems like was really tough was really a gift, and it's up to you to search through your rubble and decide where the gift in it is for you, because that is what's going to make the difference for you moving forward. So, other big news this week, astrologically speaking, we've got Mars moving into Capricorn, and that is good. Mars likes being in Capricorn. It is about taking action and getting things done. And so some of that slow, sluggish start that we all were experiencing here as we got into the new year, that, I want to be pumped up, I want to get things going, I want to make things happen. And all of a sudden you're like, but wait a minute, nothing's moving, nothing's happening, this isn't working the way I thought it was going to happen. And that is because Mars was over there in a fellow fire sign, but Jupiter has a lot of influence of Saturn, and there's this, now it's to get it done. Now it's to get it done. So it can be very productive. So start finishing what you do. There is staying power. There is staying power in the projects that you are doing now. And so things are going to also start slowing down because on Sunday, Mercury is going to go retrograde, and Mercury is going retrograde in a water sign. It's going retrograde in Pisces, and Neptune, it's going to come in contact with Neptune, and that is definitely going to be slowing things down and muddling things up. And so this week, wrap up at the beginning of the week anything that you've already got started. And anything that you do, Mercury is in retrograde for a very long time this time through. And so I can't say don't start anything new, you know, don't sign contracts, blah, blah, blah. No, but I am going to tell you, read the fine print. Have someone else take a look at it. Take your time and go through it with, you know, the fine-tooth comb and make sure that it's right, because there is going to be definite slowdown and muddling of communications. And I think that it's going to be really important that you allow for schedules to be a little bit slow, to be a little bit, create space in your scheduling. Create some cushion. It's going to become important. All right, so let's get into what is going on for each of the signs. We're going to do, let's see, we're in Aries. We're in Aquarius right now, so we'll start with the air signs first. And so this is the overall energy for the air signs. And we're going to start with Aquarius because it is your birthday month, and happy birthday to you. If your birthday is this week, I actually have 2 children with their birthdays at this time of year, right in this week. So that's a special time in my life. All right, we're going to actually pull cards for each of the different signs that the moon is moving through. So this is when it's in Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Oh, this is Sagittarius. This is Scorpio. My cards are out of order. All right, so overall energy for the air signs. We have the 8 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. What I heard was healing from a trapped situation. So maybe you are setting yourself free. So there is a situation where either you're making peace with the fact that you are where you are and nothing's moving very fast and you wish that you could get out of it faster, or you are getting out and there's healing that is coming from it. It may depend on who you are, not necessarily on which sign you are. Just kind of depends on your personal circumstances. So Aquarius, for you, you have for this week, you have the Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest your need to be successful. So this is about you being able to set yourself free. And we have the King of Spring, which is the King of Wands. It's innovation, it's inspiration, it's being wise, it's being theatrical. That noise you hear is because my roommate got home and her dog just is so happy. Okay, so this is very exciting energy for you. This is you being large and in charge, stepping into your power, being able to manifest for yourself what it is that you want, what it is you need, and moving your life forward in a very positive manner. And I think that's wonderful. So for you, Aquarius, for sure, this is you setting yourself free and moving forward to heal. And so that's beautiful. For you also have focused intention. Excellent. That's more of this magician energy. It's not just... It's like taking you have all the tools at your disposal, and if you decide what it is you want and where you want to go and focus your attention on it, then you can start moving things forward. And you are definitely, this is that 8 of Swords energy of being trapped in a situation that felt very karmic, like you were trapped in a karmic situation, and setting yourself free from that and allowing yourself to heal and take a risk and venture forward. So For some of you, you are in the process of setting yourself free. For others of you, you are afraid to, or you haven't taken the step or anything, and I just want to remind you that you have all the tools at your disposal. All you have to do is step up and take charge of your own life, focus your intention, and you can free yourself. So take the risk. Venture forward into your life. There is a new way to go. All right, so let's take a look at what we can get here for Gemini. We'll look at Gemini, see what you have for Gemini, your overall energy. So yeah, this is Aquarius. You Eight of Swords is being stuck up in your head and thinking you're trapped, but you're really not. You're really not. And it's time to step into that King of Wands energy and take your power back. Take your power back. Look around and see what tools are at your disposal, like the Magician says, and start allowing yourself to move forward. Okay, so Gemini. What is going on with Gemini? Gemini. Wow, Gemini, I have such a headache that popped up all of a sudden. Okay, you know what's interesting though? What it is it's right between my eyes, like in the third eye area. And so I wonder if this is more about you needing to tap into your intuition. Because when your third eye is trying to open, there's like this pressure that happens there, and it can be very uncomfortable. And so it almost feels more like that. But it could be a stress or a tension headache depending on your circumstances. So, what do we have here for your advice? You have the Seven of Winter. So, Seven of Winter, that's like the Seven of Swords, right? And so this is about you finding the creative way to problem solve, using your intellect, taking a look at what's going on around you. And what's interesting is, so that's the Seven of Swords, right? We have the 6, we have the 7, and we have the 8. There's a progression there, but it feels like it could be moving from being trapped to figuring out your way out of it so that you can be free. And what's really interesting is see how she's skating on the ice, and here, you know, they're moving away from the thin ice and the dawn is coming up. It looks like safety ahead, or maybe it's the sunset it could be a sunset. And I just heard sunset on a situation. So it's the ending of a tough situation. Okay, this is like getting the Magician. So you're having the same reading so far as Aquarius, because you have Isis, which is manifesting. So you have the tools at your disposal to manifest what it is you want to manifest, and you have the hourglass with the sand running out. So the question becomes, are you actually running out of time, or are you just afraid that you are? And time is not a real thing. Time is a man-made construct of how we measure things, but really there is no such thing. Time is very valuable and can be stretched, and so I always want to say you are probably in the right place at the right time and doing what you're supposed to be doing to be working through a situation, and it has to do with divine timing. Wow, okay. So you are not running out of time because you have fogged in, go slow, take time. So you have the time you need, so don't worry about it. And it says a breakthrough is at hand. So you are breaking through on the trail. Take the time, be slow, and use that power of your mind to creatively figure your way through a situation, to analyze it, to take the time to look at it. Remember, Mercury rules your sign, and Mercury's going into retrograde. It's already in the shadow phase, which is already kind of messing up the transmission. It's in a water sign, and it's funny that we have all this ice showing up here, you know. So take the time to figure out what is the best way to skate out and away from the danger, the situation that you're in that is not working for you. All right, so let me tune in a little bit here to Libra. What am I getting for Libra? Libra. feel like it's about the breath. There's a need to breathe. You're creating breathing space in your life. I do want to recommend that whenever you get stressed out, that you use yourself to get centered back in the here and the now by pulling yourself back into your breath. You can do that by breathing out through your mouth. Release the stress. In through the nose. Breathe in. Good, clean energy. Spell it out through the mouth audibly to help clear your throat chakra, because my throat is starting to really hurt here. So for you, it's about the breath. Now, for some of you, it could be a sign that you need to get out and work out, because it could be a shortness of breath. Could be that you're sick and you have some kind of a sore throat, cold, can't breathe, my nose is stuffed up kind of energy going on too. So for some of you, it could be something like that. It's definitely all up in that. It's in the breath, it's in the lungs, it's in the throat area here that I'm feeling all the stuff. All right, so let's see what we have for you. You have the Eight of Winter, which is this card. Doubling down on this for you. So let's just read what this one says. You have what it takes if only you will believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you are not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. You have the Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Again, it's about the self-confidence. See, again, you are not actually trapped. You can get out of this situation anytime you want and move yourself forward. But I think they're saying no one's going to come rescue you. Even though this shows somebody rescuing somebody, I feel like this is all the same person. This is the inner child that's afraid to move forward. This is the receptive energy, and this is the yang energy. You need to take the action yourself to move yourself away from it. No one's going to come in and rescue you. You need to do it for yourself. And here we have the Fool. And the Fool is about taking that risk, taking that action, allowing yourself to move forward, and you have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. There's a situation where it is going to require a great deal of self-confidence on your part to take that step, to move yourself forward. And the Voyage of the Heart, that is about what do you really want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want your life to look like? And it is going to require a leap of faith. It is going to require you taking some action. You are not trapped in your life. So if you have a situation, I don't care if it's a job, if it's where you live, you don't like your crummy apartment, you don't like the town you live in, you don't like the job you have, you don't like a relationship that you're in, whatever this is that you're sitting there feeling all trapped, the problem is that you haven't taken the action steps required to set yourself free, and Spirit is saying now is the time. You just had all that energy from that full moon encouraging you to do that. Encouraging you to release something that was not working for yourself and allowing yourself to move forward. And so you are being encouraged to rescue yourself. Nobody's going to come along and do it. And if you're counting on someone to come and ride in on a white horse and save you, you're going to be stuck in that prison for a lot longer than necessary. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. You have everything you need to do that. Okay, so let's look at the water signs. That'll be Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The overall energy for the water signs for the week of February 10th through the 16th. And you have a lot of cards, but look at these. Oh my goodness. Whew, it's fun to be a water sign this week. Okay, so you have the Empress. The Empress is the opportunity for growth, for expansion, for taking a project that is creative, that is special and close to your heart, and making it grow. And I know you're going to make it grow because here, This is the practicality, the ability to create. This is that King of Pentacles energy of what you plant the seeds of intention for, now you will manifest. And how do I know you will manifest it? Because you have the Ace of Cups. This is the seed of intention, something that is close to your heart, a creative project. It does require some sort of teamwork. It involves, networking or a team situation or whatever. And also you have the soulmate energy. And I feel like this is saying this is your soul's purpose and this is what you came here to do. You came here to do this, to manifest this. Whatever this is, this team could be your soul team that came in to help you accomplish it. It's you connecting with your tribe. It is beautiful energy. Holy cow. And does not suck, water sign. So let's see, get some special information here for Pisces. What do we have? Wow, that is some kind of energy going on there. Okay, Pisces. Pisces. A little bit of guidance for Pisces. Wow, that is just beautiful energy. Okay, so you have doubling down. You have the King of Bottom. That's the King of Pentacles. It says, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything is going your way. A good person or a company to work for. So maybe you're getting that dream job. Maybe you've got that idea and you take it to the right person and it goes someplace with it. I mean, wow. This is the time to really get some stuff done. And you're coming up in 2 weeks on your new moon to plant seeds of intention. So already start working on it. Don't wait around for that energy. It seems like it's already here. And you have humanity and benevolence. This is that beautiful, oh my gosh, this is that watery energy here of the Empress and the emotional calmness. To stay calm. Trust in the good in yourself and others and see the light in the world. So look for the joy, look for the happiness, look for the gifts. If you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, they're asking you to have some faith. Have some faith in you, have some faith in the people around you, have some faith in the opportunity. So if you're going, I don't know why you're saying this is such a great reading, blah, blah, blah. Pisces, it's your attitude determines your altitude. Pick the one that lifts you. Pick the one that rises up, because this energy is so amazing. So look at this. This is great. No, it's not so great. It's the other one. There's 2 of these. This is the card of, I am just trying to fit in with everyone else. Pisces. That's not, you're never going to feel safe and comfortable in your own skin if you're worried about fitting in with everyone else. Be who you are. When you are who you are, you find the people that you fit in with. Instead of saying, but I want to fit in with that person or this person. And Pisces, you're so, oh gosh. Pisces has a lot of gifts of spirituality gifts, insight, all kinds of intuition and stuff. And sometimes, in our childhoods, we were made to put that stuff away. I know I suffered a little ridicule along the way with my Pisces moon, and I saw things, and my mom was like, oh, that's cute, that's sweet, but it was real, and now I am finding where I belong by being who I authentically am. And so I just wanted to encourage you to be authentically who you are and have faith that you will find the soulmate situation. You can manifest what you want. You can create what you want if you have faith in yourself and faith in where things are going. And so you have trust that there is a divine plan. Reflect and redirect your energy. So when negative attacks come at you, when people doubt you, when they make you feel like you stick out or you're uncomfortable with them, just reflect and redirect, which means you just throw blessings in their direction and you go where you're supposed to go. Keep your energy clear. We do have distant thunder, which tells me that, again, where was it? In the middle of the week, we've got that energy where it gets a little dicey there with the moon in opposition to Venus over there. So, relationships, fireworks, and stuff happening right around the middle of the week. So, just be on the lookout for that. That information could be coming in. Did I get all the cards? I did. Okay. So, So heads up on that. But this is about self-belief. This is about knowing that you can get things done if you just decide to. You know, believe in yourself. Believe this. Oh, okay. I am loved. I am lovable. I am worthy. I am always in the right place at the right time with the right people, and the right opportunities come to me. There is more than enough, and there's more on the way. I always have more than enough, and there is more on the way. These are the kinds of things you need to be saying. These very positive affirmations. It is when you believe in yourself and you put that work in, you will see the manifestation. You're going to see the manifestation no matter what this year of whatever it is that you are focused on. And so I can't encourage you enough to focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. Don't focus on the fears. Don't focus on the negativity. Focus on the positive, and then you will be able to create that for yourself. All right, Cancer. What am I getting for Cancer? Cancer, you feel very centered. I just went pulling right straight into my center of my being. The heart space, the flow, I actually felt the flow of energy coming up from my self-confidence into my heart space, up into my throat. It was beautiful, very nice. So let's see what we have going on for you. Overall energy, nice. Ace of Spring, which is Ace of Wands. So now you have two aces. Creative project, and a project that is emotionally satisfying for yourself, and the Magician. Oh, what are you trying to create, Cancer? What are you trying to create? This is a good week to lay the foundation. You really want to try to get something on paper, something going, you know, start making some contact with it before Mercury goes retrograde. Okay? Just kind of get the action going. And you have Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Nice. I mean, this Magician, look at that big old, looks like an ace too, right? Maybe swords. So you've got, it really looks like you have three aces here for new beginnings. The promise of the ability to plant the seeds of intention, to be able to cultivate it and grow it and have it bring you true emotional satisfaction in the long run. I mean, nice. All the way around nice. Okay. It looks like you're trying on different masks to see which one fits. And I just want to say, be who you are. Be who you are. What number is that? 41. That's a 5. That's challenging. 5s are challenges, but it is through challenges that growth happens. So let's just see. Oh, self-identity, self-analysis, and knowing oneself. Yep, just be true to who you are. Be you. Be you. Because with all this potential and energy for growth and, yeah, just be you. That's all I'm getting from that. All right, wow. That's a pound. So, grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. So make sure you stay grounded. Sitting on the floor, putting your feet on the floor, imagining roots going down into Mother Gaia, all the way to the core, to the very center of the earth, where that beautiful quartz crystal energy is there, and drawing up that strength from it, and feeling it flow up through your body, and igniting you. Okay, look at this. You are stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure and answering the call. The time is now. All the aces, yes, the time is now. Whatever this project is, and I know you know what it is right now. It's not like you're like, oh, I wonder what it is. No, no, no. And grounding is also taking an idea out of the ethers and pulling it down and manifesting it in the real and 3D world by putting in the work. And Capricorn is ruling, the Saturn is ruling this planet this year, it is all about grounding ideas and all about the hard work and the discipline. And so you're being told that it's go time, which is so funny because if you have followed my channel, you know that I have a lot of Cancer energy going on, and I was literally told through 2 weeks ago by Spirit, it's go time. It's go time. So I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, no, really, the time is now. And I see that message is also for you. It is now. The time is now. Okay, let's see what else we have here. For Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's get tuned into Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? I can't breathe, Scorpio. The back of my throat, it's like you need to speak. Okay. Sing in the showers to open up your vocal cords. Sing along to the radio. Singing is really important. Music is important. It helps, it heals. So listen to music that you enjoy. Sing along to help open up your throat chakra and also to help with the healing process. Singing in the shower will help heal you in 2 ways, I just heard, both from the water coming down on you and cleansing you. And washing away saltwater baths also, but the shower. Imagine it washing away all the negative things that are going on in your life and sing with joy. Okay, they're singing Ode to Joy. I don't know how many of you will actually do that. You can sing along to whatever makes you happy. It's that sense of joy and happiness. So, put on some music when you get into the shower or not and sing, and don't care that people are going to be, if you live in a house with a lot of people, especially if you have teenagers, they sure do like to tell you, oh, your voice isn't that great. Who cares? Sing with joy. It's about you, not them. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Wow, that's a whole bunch of. Okay. All right, so you have the Prince of Winter. This is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so at least he's in the upright. Let's enjoy that. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden or unexpected changes. Scorpio. Okay. Yeah. Big changes coming. I can feel them. You have so much potential for making something really special happen here. So I think you're going to, wow, look at this, downloads of understanding. They really do want you to spend some time in meditation, and I'm hearing in the shower. So whatever that means, allow the water to flow over you. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realms. Pay attention to your dreams also. And you have phases and cycles. This is a beginning written within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Okay, so it's just like with the seeds, right? I feel that, oh, wow, okay. Oh, my nose is itching. All right, here we go. The seeds are gathered at harvest time, right when the plant is dying. So let's talk about corn, right? It's harvested in the end of the fall when the stalks are turning brown and everything is going, looks like it's dying back. That's when they go in and they harvest the corn. They save the seeds from that to plant in the spring. They go, the energy is saved. The nourishment for the seeds to grow a new plant, it's all saved in there, and it looks dried up, it looks dead, it looks useless. But with the right nourishment, with the right conditions, with the right nurturing, and that's what the Empress is about, is the nurturing and the caring for something, then it starts to grow. And so at the end of the cycle produces a new cycle of growth. And so something had to end, something had to be released, Scorpio, in order for you to get to the next phase. And Scorpio, that's all you were really working on last year, was the ending of a phase. And now it looks like it's time to start planting those seeds. But maybe you've been like hanging on, not really ready to pull the trigger. But I think the Nine of Swords means you're going to do this now, because the burden you've been carrying has been so heavy. It has been so heavy. You are just weighed down by the burden that is not yours to carry. That is not yours to carry. Tell whoever is on your back, is it your boss? Is it your kids? Is it your, do you need to, is it debt? Is it a spouse? Whatever it is it an addiction? I just heard. For whoever it is, there is a weight on your back that is not yours to carry anymore. Set it down. We have embracing enthusiasm, first light, that's the new beginning, overcoming obstacles, the wondrous universe, valiant courage, that really makes me think of this Knight of Swords, that riding in and getting it done energy, and discovering the truth. You stand in the light of truth, your truth, your truth. Walk in the beauty of your truth. Be willing to take the risk. Be willing to overcome the obstacles. It's time to set down the burden and allow the new beginning to happen. Get ready to plant your seeds of intention. And it's going to take you being willing to release and let go of that which is not working. And allow it to die and do the healing so that you can plant the seeds. Right? And when that corn, the corn needs... during the harvest time, right? And then there's the fall and there's the winter, right? So there takes time for things to grow. Everything has its season. But now is the season to be thinking about ending a cycle so you can allow room for this Ace of Cups, this new beginning, this soulmate situation to manifest in your life. So allow it to happen for yourself. All right. We are going to move on to, I can see we're going to go long today. Okay. What's next? Fire. We're going to do fire. Fire signs. That'll be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Overall energy for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Leo, Aries. Nope, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries. Oh, Aries. Ooh, you're a little fired up. Okay, let's see what that's about. All right, overall energy. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. It is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. It feels like it's an end of a cycle that you decided was the end of the cycle. This is the King of Wands. This is fire signs stepping into their power, overcoming obstacles. So there's an ending coming, but you have a lot of people, spirit, family, friends, support, loyalty of the dog here. You have all these people cheering you on. It's a blind man running a marathon, okay? So obviously, you may not exactly see which way you're going, but you are nearing the end of a cycle. But you are doing it because you have stepped into your power. You have stepped into your power, and you are going to get to this. And the hand of fate is involved. You are being pushed along with this. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that is for all of you. This is you stepping into your superpower of being large and charged and in control of your life. Using the highest energy of your signs to complete this cycle that looks like it's been a marathon, looks like it's been difficult. It's a long cycle, but it is a major cycle. It is something that you aren't going, well, I wonder what you're talking about. You must know what I'm talking about. All right, so Aries, you're feeling a little fired up. I wanted to say pissy, but and I'm not sure that's quite it. But yeah, you're like, yeah, you know what? I don't need your crap. Oh, I know why. You got Venus hanging out over there in your sign. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm standing up for me. I'm going to tell you what it's like. This is how it's going to be. All right, so here we go. Oh, the World again. Major ending of a major cycle. You have no doubt what this is. You have no doubt what it is. So we need you to forgive because we have Master Jesus. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time, and you have manifesting Pisces. So, you are manifesting. This is that king power, that stepping into your power. But in order to release and let go, in order to get to the next phase, in order to allow this to happen, it says a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. There is a need to forgive. Okay, so start with yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know at the beginning because, hey, guess what? That's the reason you took that journey in the first place. That's why you got into whatever the situation that is ending with this big world card, right? 2 of them. And so you didn't know. And you need to forgive whoever is in the situation with you that you feel has wronged you so much or just didn't work out because they didn't know. And you guys agreed to come here and learn lessons from each other. And so being grateful for the lesson, being grateful that the lesson's over, and forgiving them because all they were doing was what you guys agreed to do before you got here. And look at this. This is you. Creativity. Creative energy in which to create and manifest. We got manifesting magic here. You can create going forward. You are free from whatever situation, and now you get to decide, what is my life going to look like? Where do I want it to go? What is it that I'm planning for? So allow your creativity to run wild as you start on this new journey, and you have valiant courage. Take action with passion. Wow. There's Aries all over that. Aries all over that. In Aries, you begin the new cycle in the zodiac, right? Pisces ends it. Aries starts it. It's an initiating sign. You are being asked to allow the cycle to complete and then to decide where it is that you want to go. What do you want to create? And go after it with courage. Go after it with passion. Go after it with energy. And manifest what you want. And don't carry the negative baggage of anger and resentment and hurt. And instead, just offer the forgiveness and unconditional love to the situation. Imagine this white light coming down. Jesus showed up, so let's use Jesus. But whoever you want to, the divine, whoever it is that you would like to ask to come and allow them to bring the energy in of forgiveness and to transmute the negative black energy of discourse, of whatever it was. Was it loneliness? Was it emptiness, sadness? What am I feeling here? It feels like a big black hole. So something where you felt, oh gosh, really neglected or something. Allow now the darkness of that situation to be transmuted into crystalline, white, brilliant, diamond streaming droplets. And watch as it rises and dissipates. And then rains down. Rains down on the path ahead to promote the growth of where it is that you want to go. Wow, that is beautiful. I hope you could see that. That was really amazing. All right, Leo, what's going on with Leo? Leo. All I feel is amazing sense of like a core of self-confidence that's rising. As though it wasn't there necessarily recently, but it's starting to build and grow. Okay, I just saw Simba trying to roar. And then I saw Mufasa showing him how to get it done. And so I think that this is you growing back into your sense of self-confidence, your sense of who you are and who you were meant to be. And so learning how to roar again, learning how to be all of you, that King of Wands energy. It's going to come through charity. We have prayer and contemplation that flipped over and wants to be addressed right away. So let's talk about that. That is, again, being willing to forgive your karmic soul partners that came in to help you learn lessons, to work through things that you agreed to. And so being charitable and understanding that they were doing what you asked them to do. You've been doing what they asked you to do. You guys were teaching and learning and growing together. And now it is time to take the lesson, integrate it, and in some way complete a cycle. Now, do you complete it together or separately? I don't know. It's an end of a major cycle. There's some wisdom, and so it's allowing yourself to forgive and have charity for what happened. And so you're being asked to get the big picture. That was the first card that really wanted to come out, and so I grabbed it. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the Queen of Swords, strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny, with the King of Wands showing up again. The King of Wands. So this is you using your intellect and your mind in a very decisive manner, cutting out the crap, knowing right from wrong and heading in the right direction, stepping into your power and standing back. And it's also this analyzing of get the big picture. She has the ability to rise above the clouds and see clearly the whole picture. Not the minute down to the ground stuff, but way up in the air and really taking a look at it and going, okay, what is the reality of the situation? But at the same time, you're being asked to remember to remain connected and grounded. Okay? So, see from above, but make sure that you have your roots, your feet are on the ground. Don't get so caught up in the air, the analyzing, that you forget that action takes place on the ground. Action is going to be required. You have a lot of memories you're working your way through. This is part of the process of seeing the big picture and figuring out what to release and what to hang on to and being charitable. I could see that, you know, you've got some memories, some things that you're just, was it real, was it not? And then self-nurturing, self-care, self-love. Take care of yourself. Don't forget how important it is to take care of yourself as you're working through this. And this charity, I also want to tell you, make sure that you're charitable with yourself. What, you didn't know everything? Really? Huh. That's why we have this human experience, right? That's why we have this human experience. Okay. That one's for Sagittarius, apparently. It definitely wants to be out there. All right, Sagittarius, what is going on with you, Sagittarius? What is happening with Sagittarius? Well, Sagittarius, you feel very energized. Like you're actually looking forward to something with a lot of anticipation. Very nice energy, actually. This is, yeah. I like the way this feels. Feels positive. It feels hopeful. Maybe Mars still finishing up in your sign is very action-oriented for you, and it's helping you to figure out what it is that you need to go. Right, okay, so life force. So the life force came out, and that's what I'm feeling. I feel like there's this energy within you of, I'm ready. Let's get something going here. Let's get something done. Express your driving passion, okay? Could be sexual. Only because that's Pan. But it feels more like, what are you passionate about? What do you care about? It feels creative. There is some project, something that you want to get going that has like this energy of, yeah, no, I'm ready. Let's get it done. Wow, okay, all kinds of things here. All right, so, using your intuition, using your mind and your intuition, balancing the heart and the soul to get to where it is you're supposed to go. The sense of independence, this I can do it myself, and the moon. The moon, again, this is about your intuition. It's about releasing your worries and not worrying about what is partially hidden and going for it anyway. So following your intuition, not being afraid of the dark, and using the clarity of your mind to help you to discern where and following your passion. But this beautiful Nine of Pentacles here, this is like almost like a promise. It says reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily, successfully self-employed, and cherishing your time alone. So if there is some kind of a creative business idea that you have been sitting on, it is time to go with that. I want another card. So this is a picture of, I cannot ever remember her name, but it's Anne Boleyn's daughter, who ended up being the Queen of England, the one who, Henry VIII's daughter that painted herself with all kinds of chemicals to make herself look white. ended up destroying herself. And all she kept doing was hanging on to the memories of the past of who she was. And I think you're definitely supposed to be letting that stuff go, because this looks like a creative new project. Oh, look at this. The angels are standing by. They want to know what you want to do, and they're willing to help. This is, I can't wait to see what you do next. This is that, oh my gosh, this is like when you have that new baby and you're like, I wonder what they're going to be. Who are they going to be when they grow up? And I feel like this energy right here is just be careful not to be overly vain, and keep yourself grounded and keep working and moving forward, being passionate. But look at this, taking action with passion. This is really some really great energy here. So whatever this project is, whatever this thing is that you're trying to create, that you're trying to do, follow your intuition, use your intellect. This is a situation where I'm surprised we didn't see like the Temperance card here, the one where it says to marry two things together. But we have this balance, this need to balance your intellect with your intuition. And Sagittarius, you have such great intuition. You are born knowing things big time, just like randomly know things. When a Sagittarius says to me, oh, I think it's this way, I don't even want to ask them why they think that. I don't know if they can tell me, but it doesn't matter because they just know. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, you just know. I will believe you. So listen to yourself, believe yourself. And yes, it's important to look at the I want to say the scientific evidence of the charts, the graphs, if you say you're starting a project and it's like, well, I don't know, is this going to make money? There's a need to approach it from a very analytical thing, pay attention. Oh, especially with Mercury in retrograde, definitely use your mind to check over contracts or check over a lease if you're renting a place or whatever it is. Double check the actual facts of the situation in a very clear and analytical way, but allow yourself to, definitely allow yourself to follow your intuition as your leading guide, but paying attention to the details in a very analytical way. All right, so we are going to get into the last sign, but not least, the earth sign. So we have Taurus, we have Virgo, and we have Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn overall energy for the week of February 10th through the 16th. Keep in mind, Mercury goes retrograde on Sunday the 16th, so anything that you are trying to do that's new, try to get something started on it before that happens. But mostly just make sure you're double checking everything. It is murky waters muddling up the communication. Okay, overall energy for the earth signs for this week. Really? You get one card. That's crazy. Huh. Major ending. Ending of a cycle to begin a new cycle. And I think it's different for everybody. Okay, because I was gonna get a clarifier, but they were like, no. Nope. So it's the end of a major cycle. Fire signs just had that. So if you have fire in your chart, especially if you have Aries in your chart, they had double worlds show up. You have a major, major, major ending going on here. Okay, so let's just get let's get some energy here for Taurus. What am I feeling? Taurus. I feel so clear-headed. It's crazy. It's very Taurus. Like I see the situation for what it is, and now I just have to figure out how to deal with it. That's what it feels like. Nope, this is the situation. What am I going to do now? I feel like maybe you already kind of know. It's so clear-headed. It's not even like having doubts. All right, so, there is a need to rest. There is need to heal. That looks like healing energy. This situation, this end of the cycle, allow yourself the opportunity to heal from it. Maybe we'll have to check and see what the other cards say, but definitely allow for some downtime, for some healing. A pause, a break, a breath. Okay, what else do we have here? We have the Queen of Winter. Again, that's very analytical. And we have the Hierophant, the Unity. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. And also a spiritual-minded community might be involved. This says let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. This is also the card of the unmarried or the divorced. That's what it says. I didn't feel the need to read it for the other signs, but if you are, gosh, who had that? Aries had it and somebody else had it. It's shown up a few times. I want you to take a look at that and see what you think. And then I'm going to look at it and read it because it's Cyril Marchetti, and he's so interesting what he comes up with. And I want to say you are trying to figure out. Okay, so secrecy and confidentiality. Okay, so every relationship between two individuals or two groups will be characterized by the ratio of secrecy that is involved in it, in this card. The answers you seek can provide you with the keys to access them, but before doing so, you may have to prove that you are ready. Seeking greater truths, even those of self-discovery, now requires some demonstration of worthiness. All right, so the answers are there. There's stuff that you want to know. The keys to your success, but somehow I think there's a time you need to rest and heal to get to where you want to go. But look at this, you have focused attention, which is such a great card this year for everybody. Grace and gratitude, through spiritual gratitude, joy expands. Okay, yes, so this is that resting and healing. I think before you get to the next phase, there is this release, this need to let something go. Something that was unified is not going to be unified anymore. I feel like something is breaking apart with the sword coming out with this card and this need, one, to keep your own confidentiality. So make sure that if you are leaving a job or something, that you make sure you're ready when you let them know. Two, if you want to move to the next phase of your life and you're coming out of, say, a breakup, because this is oftentimes considered the marriage card, if you're coming out of a breakup like that, make sure you allow the time for the healing and to allow the flow of grace to come in, to find the gratitude in the lessons that were learned along the way, and then support is all around you, and surrender to the journey. And so there is a journey here. It is the end of the cycle. I do not see the beginning of a new cycle. What I see is the ending of a cycle and the need to allow time and space for healing before you start trying to maybe even try to figure out what the lessons are. Before you get there, just start being grateful because you are being supported in this time and this opportunity. This focused intention, this week, I feel like you just need to think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. That's that grace and gratitude. So allow the healing of whatever the situation is. And, wow, this is the energy for the week, and it is so big. Holy cow. Allow the healing, allow time. And how long? I don't know, right? If it is a relationship, say you're breaking up with, you've been dating for 3 months, well, it might only take you 3 weeks to get over that. If you've been dating for 3 years, it's going to take you 3 months. It's generally a month per, what am I missing here? A month per year of a relationship to get through it. If you've been working at a job and they let you go and you feel betrayed by it, although it feels, well, it could be. I see that here too. So, all right. So say there's you you've worked for a company forever, and then all of a sudden you go in there on Friday, you get a pink slip, and you're like, feel very betrayed. Then, allow yourself a little time to just rest. You know what it really feels like? It feels like you decided to leave a job or a career. Like, I feel that. And before you jump into your next phase, take some downtime. Allow yourself to rest, because Taurus will overwork themselves. So make sure you allow for that. All right, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo? This major ending, this big conclusion. What is going on with Virgo? What is this major ending, this big conclusion? Okay, I just saw somebody's car broken down. I'm seeing broken appliances. Well, okay. That hardly seems worthy of the world, but okay. It may feel like that to you. A car would feel like that to me. So Mercury also rules your sign, and it is in Pisces, which is in opposition to you, and so I think this is going to be a kind of tough situation. Oh, wow, you are really caught up. Okay, there's something that you're really looking back on memories over. There's an ending, a conclusion to something that has got you thinking about the past an awful lot. Because this is looking at the past, and this is remembering who you were in your youth. Oh. For some of you, if you have lost a loved one, I just want to pass along my condolences. Because you might be going through pictures and stuff to get ready for a funeral. Alright, so we have the Princess of Spring, which is the Page of Wands, which is a new opportunity. It is time to go after your dreams, do something that expands your horizons, let your creativity take flight. And so I think it's okay to remember what you liked about the past, but get ready for the new, right? You have new opportunities coming. You have the Two of Autumn, bring fun into everything you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. And so there's this feeling of don't get so caught up in, okay, so say your kid has left home. Oh my gosh, when they got married, and I remember when they were just a baby, and now they're gone, right? It's time to reinvent your life a little and see who you are and become who you are and grow. Wow, lots of cards there. Okay, so again, yes, this is about finding the life force within you, finding the joy. It's time to go after your own inner child. And maybe part of this is looking back and remembering when you were younger, what you used to do for fun, where did you used to go, how did you used to, so bringing some of that joy and that lightness back into the situation here. We have supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut, move beyond limitations and trust. So a situation where it could be an end of a friendship, an end of something that you feel, and we have Kali. Kali will destroy whatever is not working. She will stomp it out. And so you are being told to enjoy the journey, and you have a faraway journey happening here. So some of you may be actually going on a trip that is over the water. That is a big deal for you. And so this could be going for you. So you might be planning a trip, or you might have just gotten back from a trip and you're organizing everything, but try to find the inner child in you, because the world could be traveling across the world in your particular case. When I'm looking at all these things, maybe you're feeling a little fearful about traveling. This is a very confusing one, and I would really appreciate any Virgo that wants to tell me what in the heck is going on, because I feel like you're all caught up with memories and the need to have some fun and put some fun and joy in your life, or you're actually going on a physical trip, in which case I wish you safe travels and lots of fun, and take lots of pictures so that you can look at them later and remember all the fun that you had. All right, Capricorn. Last and certainly not least. I see that with my Capricorn rising, not least. All right, let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn, you feel motivated. I will say that. I feel this sense of, okay, there is a list. It's a long list. I have all this crap to do list. And I am motivated to get this done. I see you checking off things on a list. I see you analyzing which ones need to come first. So prioritizing, organizing. Oh my gosh, I just saw somebody clearing out a file drawer. That could also be this could be a good week to go through and clear some of the files off of your computer. Feels very working. It just feels so Capricorn. You know, I think that's that Mars moving into Capricorn and get it done energy that's happening on Monday. I think that is really going to touch some stuff off with you and get you going and to take charge. And that's good. That's good. Work with this energy. I'm sorry, it doesn't happen on Monday. It happens on Sunday when Mercury goes retrograde. Mars is at the Galactic Center on Monday. So it's a good time to have that aha moment of where it is you want to go. Wow. So we have devotion. Trust your spirit guidance. Your commitment has been recognized and you are loved unconditionally. All right, so you have an end of a big cycle. We just had that eclipse that happened in your sign. Oh, that was a couple months ago, though. We just had all that energy. So you have light activation. I think that there's, spiritually speaking, it could be the end of a cycle, as in you're spiraling up to the next cycle, which is not a bad thing. Look at this. You have these two ships here. All right. So one of them is you're fogged in, so go slow, take your time. So you're feeling all this motivation energy, and they're like, yeah, but take your time. And the reason they're saying that is Mercury is going retrograde, right? So pay attention to the details, all right? But take a risk and venture forward. So they're not saying don't go. Go. Take your time. Pay attention to the details. Unburden yourself. Release the things that you are carrying on your back that does not support you. Look at this. Cut the cords of negative energy. Somebody's been pulling the strings. It is time to tell them. That's done. I'm setting myself free. I'm putting this extra weight down. I am going to step out. I am going to raise my vibration and move myself forward. Wow. So when I see this cutting the cords here, this could be something as mundane as getting rid of the things in your office files that do not belong, right? And that would be a big burden that you're carrying. Are you doing too much at work? Is there something that you can set down, some project that is just overwhelming? Okay, so, I mean, in a very mundane way, it could be something like that. So you have the 9 of spring and the 2 of winter. Oh, okay. So the 9 of spring, this is being overburdened. You have a lot going on. You have a lot going on. Protect the fruits of your labor and prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Okay, so go slow, go forward, but go slow. Protect your work, so don't let people have access to your ideas and information. We have the 2 of winter, which is also that protective energy. So there's a need to protect yourself and to set down the burdens and cut and to eliminate some of the strings, the attachments that are going on in your life. But I want to also remind you to make sure you get back in touch with your spirituality. If you have been too busy, make time for spirit, because there is some major light activation happening for you this week or so. So I can't really tell from where it's coming, but you'll want to tap in and use it if you can, right? So, all right, everybody, thank you so much. This is your weekly moon and astrology report for the week of February 10th through the 16th. Thank you so much. Give me that thumbs up. I will see you soon. Take care.